What's going on, guys? Matthew back again, this time for a political video. We're going to be discussing the, I guess you can call it State of the Union, even though it's not really the State of the Union. They just had a joint Congress, I think it's called, joint briefing of Congress. But anyway, let's go ahead and get in this video.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
He was an anti-battery that
Excuse me.
Okay, so the first major highlight was Representative Al Green, I believe that's his name. He's a representative from Texas, I believe, and he stood up in the middle of his speech and basically just made a show for himself, trying to get some clout and probably trying to get reelected. Let's go ahead and watch that clip.
Counties in our country. And one counties in our country, 2,700 to 525, on a map that reads almost completely red for Republican. Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever.
Ever.
Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
And so this is I've never seen this happen before. I didn't even know the speaker had a microphone right there. I didn't even know that was there, because I've never seen anyone behind the president speak at a quote-unquote State of the Union, whatever you want to call this, joint Congress or whatever it's called.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session.
And I am curious, let me know in the comments below, how many times someone has been thrown out during a presidential speech in the House of Representatives.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order.
I'm going to have to find a different video. This one does not have the different angles. Let me see if I can.
That's your warning.
All right, so that's Al Green standing up, trying to get attention for himself. I assume just for re-election and just for attention's sake, to look like he's standing up to evil Hitler.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
He's trying to say there's no mandate, even though we won everything.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Also, when Trump's cabinet was walking in at the beginning of all this, no one on the Democrat side would even shake their hand. And even CNN was calling them out for that.
Look at what's happening. The Democrats are not even acknowledging the cabinet right now. I just don't remember that being standard. At least they would get up and shake their hands.
Just the visual here that
they're not engaging. This is not a pathway forward to bipartisanship.
Second thing I have here is this kid who has brain cancer. He's had like 5 brain surgeries, and he always wanted to be a police officer. And you've probably seen this already. If you haven't, it's really heartwarming and nice. But basically, Trump makes him a part of the Secret Service without the kid knowing it was going to happen. Let's go ahead and play that.
Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer. But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Look how bummed they look. This kid survived brain cancer. Look at that. If you don't remember who that is Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She worked in the Hillary Clinton campaign back in 2016, and she even helped Hillary Clinton cheat in one of the debates, her and that black lady that used to be on CNN. But that's her right there. Look how unhappy she is. Just staring daggers into Trump. It's absolutely ridiculous. Kid beats cancer, and she's just sitting there like that. And I'm not going to pretend that we don't know that there are games being played whenever these speeches happen, but it doesn't matter when something like this is being talked about. You have to stand up and clap for it.
Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
He said, dang. Let's go back and look at that expression real quick.
United States
Look at that.
Secret Service. To officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
He said I was not expecting that. Okay, and this goes along with some very unfortunate news. This woman on my screen is Nicole Wallace. She is the definition of evil, bitter bitch. And I'm going to show you why. And if you have never seen her, I'm very jealous of you. She is always extremely bitter and angry and just vile, really. So this is her reaction to little DJ getting, I guess, sworn in as a Secret Service member. Listen to this.
But I think this was a lesson in finding one thing that you let yourself feel. And I let myself feel joy about DJ. And I hope he's alive for another, 95 years, right? And I hope he lives and the life he wants to live. He wants to be a cop. He knows what he wants to do. And maybe when you have childhood cancer, that crystallizes for you. And I hope he has a long life as a law enforcement officer. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump supporters.
DJ is a Donald Trump supporter, you fucking idiot. Like, what a stupid, asinine thing to say. It is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm kind of glad that they are saying stuff like that. It's just, it reveals who they are. It reveals who they are. Like, no one is a single moment, but when you have so many moments of being like that, that is who you are. And she is an evil, vile, bitter bitch is what she is. And quickly to finish off the DJ aspect of this speech, here is another kid who wants to become a sheriff's deputy like his dad and his grandfather, and he's going to find out from Trump that he is actually he got it, and you would see little DJ come in and give him a little high five, which is very nice.
Hey, Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into, but I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
There he is. That's awesome.
Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason.
The long gray line, Jason.
As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future.
Okay, and this next part is something I wanted to talk about because I think I've talked about it before, is the fact that Marco Rubio is the only member of Trump's cabinet that got 100 votes in the Senate. No one in the Senate, Democrat or Republican, voted against Marco Rubio, which is, to me, that was very concerning. Is he a traitor? Is he willing to stab Trump in the back at any second? You have to ask that question given the fact that the Democrats, all of them, are willing to vote for him. Is Marco Rubio a part of the Uniparty? It would be very easy to think that he is, given the fact that nobody voted against him. And Trump kind of points that out here, and I found that to be very interesting. Let's watch that.
We have Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong. Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got 100 votes. He was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes, and I'm either very, very happy about that or I'm very concerned about it.
Yeah.
But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you.
And I think that's the only time in this entire speech that Trump tells the Democrats that they've done something that he appreciates. There's no doubt, whether you're concerned about it or happy about it, it's very strange. It's very strange that everyone else in his cabinet, they were put into their position by maybe like a vote or two, maybe three, but Marco wins every single vote. It's absolutely fair to have questions about that and be very suspicious. But so far, it seems like they have a good relationship. I haven't seen anything that makes me worry other than the fact that he got all those votes. Marco seems to have Trump's back so far, so we'll see what happens. I hope he knows what he's doing. And then we also have Trump's comments about Greenland. Trump really wants Greenland to be a part of the United States, whether it's a new state or just somehow kind of like Puerto Rico, where it's a part of America, but they don't have any voting power because they don't pay taxes or something like that. Trump says that it's very important in international security. So let's watch that.
Doing a great job. Great job. And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland. We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security. And I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
And so because he said that, you're going to have the liberal media talk about one way or the other. Oh my God, Trump's talking about sending in the military to take over Greenland. And we all know Trump just means tough negotiating tactics. He's going to get it one way or the other. But, you know, and we've been through this for like 10 years now, where the media, they'll take something like that and just blow it out of proportion. And everybody recognizes it. At this point, it's really funny and entertaining just to watch them continue doing it while everybody's just staring at them like they know what they're doing. Okay, we also had a Pocahontas sighting. I could not find the clip in the video I was watching, but I was able to find the clip on YouTube. And let's go ahead and look at this.
With no end in sight, the United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense, with no security, with no anything.
Those are the Democrats interrupting his speech by clapping because they approve spending just giving gobs of money over to Ukraine. We don't know where the money's going. How are we giving them this much money and they're getting their asses kicked by Russia? You know, and they just don't care. They're like, yay, let's give more and more of our taxpayer money to Ukraine and turn a blind eye so that all that money can go in the pockets of who knows.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes. 2,000 people are being killed every single week. More than that. They're Russian young people. They're Ukrainian young people. They're not Americans, but I want it to stop.
And that's the whole point right there. Let's just stop people from dying, whether it's in Palestine, Israel, Russia, or Ukraine. Let's just stop people from dying. And these Democrats, and I'm sure some Republicans as well, the ones that vote to send all this Ukraine money, they don't care about the people dying. They don't care about it. They just care about their proxy war and funneling money to people's pockets through this proxy war. That's all. That's what it's all about for them. And they wear these stupid little Ukraine flags and everything to make it look like they're so righteous when really they're not. Okay, we're going to end with this one. This is a very interesting way to end the speech. He goes on to mention a American prisoner that was in Russia that he freed. And strangely enough, the guy was born in Butler, Pennsylvania, where Trump got shot in the ear and like barely missed death by like that much. I didn't know that until I watched his speech. That was very strange, but let's go and watch this clip.
It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end the senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin.
He was a prisoner during the Biden administration. And remember, don't forget Brittany Griner, the female basketball player, was also a prisoner in Russia at the same time. Biden got her out just because she was famous and left him there. And so Biden spent all 4 years unable to get this dude out. And I think we're like 22 or 23 days into Trump's administration, and he's already got him out. So crazy how that happens, right?
But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
Look. Adam Shifty Schiff just sitting there. Like, there are some things you can applaud. Look, he's got his little Ukraine flag on. Look at that piece of shit. At least when the Democrats do stuff like this, the Republicans will stand up and clap for like bipartisan stuff like this. The Democrats are so petty.
To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it?
How
where
weird
his
is that?
mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. 2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of 2 great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their 2 beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
Alright guys, so that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.